Raise your hand if you've ever met a professional ballerina. Okay. Many of you have, but the rest of you have not. So here's me. My name is Daphne Lee. I'm a professional dancer right here in Memphis with Collage Dance Collective. And if you do not, okay. And for those who do not know what Collage Dance Collective is, you are late to get up on that. Anyway, I graduated from Fordham University. I got into Alvin Ailey, traveled 60 cities, 7 countries, worked with Beyonce, did commercials and films, yada, 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 just to say that I am going to bust these myths of a ballerina. Now, many people say, okay, so what's your real job? Or, do you strip? Can you twerk? And I'm just like, well, no, I got a degree in this. Like, I'm a real professional, that's me right there. Like, I'm bona fide. But no, they look at me and they're like, okay, well, let me see you do something. What club do you work at? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And not only do I work 9 to 5, but we also go to the gym. We also teach. We also mentor. We do many, many, many other things in addition to just dancing 9 to 5. And some days it's hard. So you got to roll. My boss is in the audience, so I'm trying not to get fired. So I'm gonna just let y'all sit on that. But that's myth number 1. This is a full-time job, and this is gonna lead into myth number 2. So you see these gang signs, right? See the gang members? My toes do not throw up gang signs, okay? And what I mean by that is, yes, as a ballerina, we're dancing in pointe shoes all day. We do have protection on that. The pointe shoe is made out of cardboard, satin, and glue, and we have toe spacers and we have ouch pouches that protect our feet. Otherwise, why would we do it for 8 hours a day? These shoes right here are actually made out of plastic, so my feet feel great. So we really have to be light on our feet at all times. And speaking about being light on our feet, there's another myth that I actually want to talk about because it's crazy. Dancers don't eat. Now, you know damn well that's a lie. We do eat. We eat. Now, what we eat varies and depends. Every dancer has a different diet. And in the next slide, you're going to see 3 dancers that have very specific diets to help them with their needs to get through the day, etc. We have Alicia Graff, who's gluten-free, Misty Copeland, who's plant-based, and we have Sarah Mearns, who's vegetarian. And look at their bodies. They all look great. They're not, skeleton thin, but they have to be light on their feet and to be able to have the nutrition to get through their day. There's one more diet, and this is where I fit in. It's called the seafood diet. So whenever I see food, I eat it, and that's actually one of my coworkers. We're at Babalu's eating them tacos, chowing them down. So this is definitely a myth that needs to be busted. We do eat. We have to eat, and we burn a lot of calories. Part of being a ballet dancer is that you get lifted by men, and these men have to lift us day in and day out and day in and day out. So we strong like bull, and bull burns calories. And this is going to lead me into myth number 4, specifically with the men. Ballet will turn your sons gay. No, they will not. You will not turn into a seahorse. You will not turn into a bird. You will not turn black, blue, and green. Men do not wear tutus. Men do not wear pointe shoes. I don't even get to wear a tutu. And this guy over here modeling, I don't know what that is. But actually, when you put your son into ballet class, they are actually separated from the women. They are separated from the girls. They're very athletic. They learn their structure, their placement. They're working on their physique. And when they get older, then they actually combine with the women, and they can go on to be great artists, or they can go on to just having a well-rounded idea about dance. Actually, in the dance world, there are many married couples. Glenn and Linda Sims and Alvin Ailey and Robert and Tyler Peck from City Ballet are just 2 of the couples that are married within the dance companies. So it's very, very possible to be in relationships. There's actually more gay men in... That's right, boo. That's all I'm going to say about that. But ballet is very, very, very machismo, so it's nothing to do with making you gay or the movement is more feminine. It's nothing to do with that. And speaking about athletes, I actually want to go into this next myth, that dancers are not athletes, and we are. We don't make millions, but we work just as hard. We train just as hard. And look at this picture. You can see it's the same movement. One is just more expressive. And I think it's something that's so vital. This past summer, I got a chance to work with Craig Brewer, which actually I got to do the Mike Conley tribute. And it really showed about athletes and artists. And I said, we need to do a photo shoot, a campaign around Memphis about athletes and artists or ballers and ballerinas. I think it would be a really, really good thing to showcase that we are pretty much the same. And speaking of diversity, I also want to talk about ballet is not inclusive to women of color. Yes, this is a Russian ballerina, and she's in blackface. And this was pretty much recent. And I want to say that, brown dancers have been around, especially women, have been around since the 1950s, and we have been making a huge impact in the ballet world. These next slides, you have Raven Wilkinson, you have Lauren Anderson, Janet Collins, Misty Copeland, Michaela DePrince, and my friend Precious Adams in Europe. And it's really essential to know that brown girls can do ballet, and you have to realize that this is a big thing. It's not just the men, it's not just, ballet is for everyone. So please support the arts here in the Grind City, Bluff City, whatever it may be. Check me out with Collage Dance Collective. Check me out on Instagram, and I'm also the reigning Miss Black New Jersey. Have a good night.
Sweat, 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 lose yourself today.